I'm Anil Kumar, and here is question number 11. It's a communication question on polynomial inequalities. We have a double inequality and we need to explain each and every step in solving a double inequality. Let us see how to do it. So the question here is, describe the process of solving a double inequality. Use 2x is less than 3x plus 6 over 2, which is less than equal to 4 plus 2x to illustrate your answer. Now let's be clear that whenever we solve double inequalities, then we may or may not get solution. Second part is that the method which I'm going to follow now, we are assuming that, well, we are not assuming. From the given example, we can actually get rid of x's from the two extremes and the x value remains in between, and so the method which we will follow works for it. But there are exceptions. So exceptions to this rule are examples like, if I just change the question a bit, if I make this instead of 2x, if I make this as, for example, x, and my question becomes x is less than 3x plus 6 divided by 2 is less than 4 plus 2x, in that case what I have to do is that I have to solve for two independent inequalities, right? Because if I do minus 2x, I'll get minus x here. I'm not able to, get rid of x from both the extremes. So in such cases, we'll have to do two possible inequalities. And first we'll solve for x less than 3x plus 6 divided by 2. And then we'll solve for 3x plus 6 divided by 2 is less than 4 plus 2x. Find each solution and then get the one which is overlapping, right? So we'll solve both of them and check the common solution. Now this part is for my students to work on and then see how to do it, okay? But I'll explain what the question is really asking for, right? Here we have to use this inequality to illustrate. So let's begin solving it. So we have 2x is less than 3x plus 6 over 2, which is less than 4 plus 2x. Now there are different ways of solving. One way is get rid of fractions, multiply everything by 2 and then do the needful. But what I prefer here to do here is, let me write down what I'm trying to do on the right side. So what I want to do here is, first and foremost, I'll try to take away the x's from the extreme. So we'll do minus 2x on all sides, on all terms, let's say, okay? So this is the first step I'll do. That is to say, I'll get my equation as, inequality I should say, as 2x minus 2x is less than 3x plus 6 over 2 minus 2x is less than 4 plus 2x minus 2x. So when I do this, I get rid of 2x from x terms from both the sides. So I get 0 is less than something in between. So let me simplify this. So we'll simplify in the next step. Let me write it as such first. 3x plus 6 over 2 minus 2x, which is less than 4. So that is my first step. Now the second step should be, we want to get rid of fractions, right? So we'll do times 2, right, each term. So in this step, we are trying to get rid of fractions. So we'll say get rid of fractions, right? So in the first step, we found variable in the center only, right? That was the idea. So we'll do times 2. So when you do times 2, what happens? 0 times 2 is 0 still. And here, when I do times 2, the whole term in between, I get 3x plus 6 minus 2x times 2 is 4x, okay? Less than times 2 will give me 8 here, correct? Now we can combine like terms, right? So we can combine like terms, or you can say simply simplify. So we get 0 is less than 3x minus 4x, because 6 minus x, which is less than 8. So we don't want 6 here, so we'll take away 6 this time. So we'll say minus 6 is less than minus x is less than 8 minus 6, which is 2, correct? But we need to know what is x. So we'll multiply by minus 1, right? So when you times, so we'll say times minus 1, times minus 1. So when you do times minus 1, the signs will change. So this sign will change. Do you understand? That is very important. And minus changes the signs everywhere. So it becomes 2 minus, right? So our solution is that x is greater than minus 2 and is less than 6. So once you get that, then we have got the solution. But at times you can write solution on a number line also, right? So there are different ways of writing the solution. So we can write solution as interval form, as between, it is greater than minus 2 to 6, as between this. We could also write this as an inequality as given here, or on a number line. So on a number line, we can show a number line like this and say, well, our solution is between minus 2 to 6. So let us say this point is 6, which is not included, and this point is minus 2. Then the solution is in between these two. Do you get it? So that is, say, 0 here. So then you have to clearly write down your answer. That is your final step. I hope with that you understand how should we solve a double inequality. I hope that helps. Thank you.